So, this is the beginning of my journey in this series of figuring it out. Now, not that I've not been figuring out my life before, but I think this year made me reevaluate myself and just made me ask myself if I have actually been learning lessons from the years before. So, this year 2023 was actually one of my toughest years so far. And not that I didn't have wins, but I think the losses I had felt like there were a lot because I felt I was just having back to back things happening that just kept me in that place of Lord help me. So I'm going to be sharing with you just the experience of having to figure things out in my late 20s and just looking at what hope what how it feels like to actually still hope regardless, and just the lesson that you can never ever figure things out perfectly. It's always going to be a process. It's always going to be a journey, and no matter what, patience is needed for that journey. You just have to wait out and see how it goes.
Really hard trying to create this online exhibition, and most importantly, my major concern. Let me off this fan because it needs some effect. And all you can hear is a sound of the exhibition and major problem concern I've been having at this time is trying to set up where I can sell my work, because I'm sure some people may like it enough to want to buy it.
This is the thing. I'm actually taking you through my process. Just a snippet of what I do when I'm alone. And here I am just wanting to put out something very reasonable before the year is over. And how I'm navigating how to organize the exhibition. I was born out of trying to try something out for a future exhibition that I want to do. And I ended up having to do this, and I realized that I want to put this out. So this is my thought process, and just this actually took me so many days, and I was at the finishing touches, like I was doing the finishing touches. And I just really had a strong concern on how I was going to share my work. And mind you, not because I thought I had a lot of people that were going to be interested, but that's just me. I wanted to always put something creative out there, and this was my way of trying to sort out myself and sort out that process. And you just get to see what I'm saying to myself, more like my inner thoughts, and I'm trying to actually navigate this process and see how it be out to in a way that I felt like whoever's going to participate will get the understanding, will be able to get the feel of what I wanted them to enjoy. I would like them to have a greater emotion through regardless of what I put out, but just a snippet of my day in trying to create something that I felt really, really meaningful.
Put everything here out as something somebody can download.
Here is the exhibition. Here's this poster also created by myself, and I think it will be in my bio. Click on the link, buy the ticket, and enjoy yourself.
Nobody actually tells you this is how adulting will be like. You're just like, let's get on, I'm an adult. And all of a sudden, you're realizing that you may not be the best planner of your life. But this does not apply to everyone, because there are some people that have had to adult themselves from a younger age, and they've had to like make very serious decisions for themselves, and somehow they gave them the opportunity to navigate their life and like probably know what they want. Like put that way. Another thing again could be the people that are naturally very organized mentally, and if you are somebody close to the kind of person that I am, whose mind is always bubbling with something, you actually need to create a regulation where you can calm yourself down, because there are times I've had to tell myself like, calm down girl, you are having new ideas for something you've not finished when you started. And mind you, that has powered many things that I have done. Sometimes people wonder like how comes you are doing all these things, like, and you are still doing this other thing. Man, even me say something I don't understand. Yeah, sometimes I believe God gives me strength to do some of these things because I can see the urgency in some of them and I just get grace. But the other part is the fact that I have a very busy mind and I'm always having something creative in my head. There is always something that I have to do. There's always a new idea. I can get inspired as like my level of inspiration is always high, and sometimes it's even overwhelming. But if you're someone like me whose mind is like that, sometimes it's not really easy to sit down and finish something before starting a new one. And like once I sit down, I may take a long time before I sit down, but when I sit down, you're going to get a good thing. And I always make sure that whatever I try to do, I try to do it well, no matter what I have. Sometimes most of the things I create are with very, very minimal resources. But because I love creating, because it comes as a flair for me, it's never really hard for me to put up one or two things and I'm inspired and I just come up with stuff. And but then, like I said, with people that have already, be figuring out their life from a younger age, it's easier for them when they grow into adulthood to know what they want, to know what steps to take. Or if they have people that are on them, like do this, do that, do. But you see, this adulting thing, if somebody could write a book for the rest of us, even though we have already gone a little bit middle of this adult thing, to still go a long way for that. So figuring things out. I know it's a level, it's a stage, and the reason what made me to decide to do this is because I know probably there are people like me in their early 20s, middle 20s, or late 20s who figuring out things, or we are still there. So on this journey, I believe that as we take it together, and I'm able to share with you some of the things God has been doing in my life over the years, because this is going to be a compilation of many experiences, many interesting experiences. I believe that as we go into this journey, and as the creativity bursts out, I'm not going to be too careful with this series. This is going to be like a unique thing I've not really done per se. I've done like a bit of this style in other vlogs, but I believe that we're going through this journey together, as I share some of my experiences, and as God lays on my heart, and as I have the burst of creativity, that you realize that you're not alone in this journey. And by the way, if you have figured things out in your life, or more, your comments, your feedback, it will help the rest of us. If you have not figured out things like me, if you are still figuring it out, then let's go. Let's come on this journey. Yeah, let's come on this journey.